Hello, good morning students. See, welcome back to our e-learning session and this is your third lecture of accounts, chapter number 8, accounting of journal proper. Okay, see in our last session we complete up to illustration number 2 and I was giving you the homework of exercise 4, 5, 6 sums. Okay, I hope you complete that. Otherwise, if you have any doubts then please ask me in our Zoom lecture, or we will already discuss that all the chapters in our Zoom lecture. Okay, now transactions of inter accounts transfer. The new topic is point number 4. I told you in my last session that now the illustration is not there, but the different types of transactions which are recorded in journal proper is already given. The topic is given as well as the some 1 to 1 example is given, not a proper full example. Whatever we are doing on the board is not given, but the topic is given and we have to understood that all the topics. Okay, so we are doing that. Point number 4, transactions of inter accounts transfer. Sometimes due to some reasons the amount is to be transferred from one account to another account either partially or fully. See, what is the example for this? If I want to transfer the amount to Suresh account, but I am transferring that account to Mukesh. See, the word only one word is changed, Suresh and Mukesh. Okay, so here if I want to transfer some amount to Suresh account, I am transferring by mistake that amount to Mukesh account. So transactions of inter accounts transfer partially or fully. Such transfer is recorded in the journal proper. If I want to transfer that amount, see here the mistake is not there, only I want to transfer one amount to one person to another person. That is only. Okay. In the same way, when an account is closed at the end of the year and transferred to another account, the transfer entry is also passed in journal proper. See, in journal proper, each and every transactions which are not recorded in other subsidiary books is recorded here. So in subsidiary books, what is recorded? First of all, we have a question that which transactions are recorded in subsidiary books. So purchase, sales on the basis of credit, credit purchase, credit sales, credit purchase return and credit sales return, right? That all are recorded in subsidiary books. Then all types of cash, bank and discount transactions are recorded in cash book. Then all bills receivable, bills payable, if we are keeping bills receivable book as well as bills payable book in our subsidiary book, then all types of bills receivable as well as bills payable transactions is recorded in that particular book. Or otherwise, these bill transactions as well as the remaining all the transactions is now recorded here in the journal proper. So purchase of furniture on the credit basis, purchase of any other thing on the credit basis, as well as purchase not now sale of that. What means of sale here? Sale is not regular proper sale. That means here the proper other special transactions in which goods goes out. At that time, all the transactions are also recorded in journal proper, as well as now the transfer of inter accounts. Transferring of inter account. Okay. Transactions of inter account transfer. Here I want to transfer some amount to another account. Okay. That transactions as well as at the end of the year, one account is closed. So the closing entry also passed in the journal proper. See, the opening entries we already seen in our past session, that is in our first session of this chapter. Now the closing entry of each and every account is also passed in journal proper. See that I am reading the illustration first. What is the example given here? I am reading that. Let us understand this through the following illustration. First, 5,000 payable to Akash is accepted by Dharti to pay. See, I have to pay to Akash, but I have to taken from Dharti, and I am just saying to Akash that Dharti is now accepted to pay you directly. So what is the entry? See, I am the middleman. Why? Because here whenever the Akash is the creditor for me, Dharti is the debtor for me. Now they accepted each other for the payment. So what I am doing, see here at that time, the debtor is not right now and the creditor is also closed. So both the accounts, debtor as well as the creditor account is closed here because they accepted each other the liability to pay or to receive the amount. Okay, so here I have to say what debtors has always debit balance and creditors has always credit balance. At that time, if I want to close that account, that means here I want to reverse it. Means what? See what I am saying, that debtors always have debit balance. Creditors always have credit balance. Here in this case, who is the debtor? 5,000 payable to Akash. Payable means here Akash is our creditor. I have to pay to Akash. And now it is accepted by Dharti. Dharti is accept. So what means of that? Dharti is our debtor. And Dharti directly accept that I am paying to directly Akash. Not me. Because I have to pay to Akash. If Dharti pay me, then I have to pay that same amount to Akash. Now what? Between that, here I am just saying that they mutually understand that I have to pay. Dharti says that I have to pay to directly to Akash. That means here debtors and creditors both are closed for me. Okay? And at that time, I have to make the reverse entry for this. Here debtors always debit, but right now debtor is not there because Dharti is accepted to pay to Akash. Now for me, Dharti is not a debtor, that's why I have to credited that account. And Akash is creditor, but right now Dharti is accepted to pay him. That's why he is not creditor for me right now. So I have to debit it. So the entry for this closing entry, you can say that Akash account here credit, that's why debit, reverse to Dharti account. Amount is 5,000. This is the journal entry. Akash account debit to Dharti's account. See, 5,000 payable to Akash is accepted by Dharti to pay. Means what? Here Akash account debit because Akash is our creditor and creditor account now debited. So his account is closed. So for closing any accounts, what is the first balance? We have to see that, and then opposite side we have to write down. So Akash is our creditor and that's why his balance is credit balance always. Okay, but here right now Akash account is, we have to close it. That means Akash account is debited and Dharti's balance is debit. That's why here Dharti account is also closed. That's why to Dharti's account, and Dharti's account is credited here. Okay, so being payable to Akash is accepted by Dharti to pay. Now the second point, at the end of the year, drawings account closed by the transferring it to capital account. See again, what is the balance of drawing account? Drawing account is our always debit balance, and capital account transfer to capital account. Capital account always credit balance. Drawing is expense for the business, that's why drawings account is always debited, and capital always, that is liability for the business, that's why capital account always credited. The balance of drawings is debit and the balance of capital is credit. Now drawing account close. See, whenever we want to close any of the account, we have to make a reverse entry of the balance. Whatever the balance is there, we have to make a reverse entry. Here I want to close the drawing account from capital account. So capital account I have to what? Debit, because what is the balance of capital? Credit. So if I want to close any accounts or transfer any accounts, then I have to make a reverse entry of the balance. Whatever the balance is there, I have to make the reverse it. So here drawing account always debit balance, capital account always credit balance, but here right now I have to make a reverse entry for that. So here capital is credit, so we want to write that capital account debit, the amount is no, there is no amount is given, capital account is debit, and to drawings account, this is the closing entry of transferring drawing to capital, because drawing has a debit balance, capital has a credit balance. Whenever any closing entry is given, see closing, if you want to close any accounts, here again Akash and Dharti account I want to close. Why? Because they are each other accepted the amount. Okay, so now Dharti has a debit balance and Akash has a credit balance. Okay, so what we want here, we want to close it, that's why we have to make a reverse. So here Akash account is credit balance, that's why debited, and Dharti account has a debit balance, that's why credited. Again, if we want to transfer drawing to capital, then again capital account has a credit balance, that's why capital debited, and drawings has a debit balance, that's why credited to drawings account. Always whenever we are transferring any amount or whenever we are closing any accounts, then we have to make sure first which balance direct already the account has, which balance, that is debit, credit, which balance. Now what? Now only reverse it, nothing else. Very easy, but you have to know what, which first balance is there in the accounts. Okay, see the closing entry is given in the next topic, closing entries. I am reading that. Closing entries means entries given at the end of the accounting year to close various accounts. At the end of the accounting year, accounts of income, accounts of expense, accounts of goods, etc. are closed and transferred to trading or profit and loss account. All the expenses and all the incomes are, see here, I told you, at the end of the year you have to prepare final accounts. At the end of the year we have to prepare compulsory final accounts. In that case, what is the procedure? Trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet we have to prepare. 3 accounts we have to prepare. See, I told you the procedure in the chapter number 4. What is the procedure? First of all, the transaction accounting process. I am writing here the accounting process again. First of all, the transaction. Business transactions or economic transactions, right? Compulsory. Because that transactions only recorded in the books of accounts. Otherwise, the non-economic transactions are never recorded in the books of accounts. So here, the transactions which are business transaction, or you can say economic transaction, that transactions must be recorded in journal or in subsidiary books. Transactions must be, if you have only kept a journal, then you have to record it in a journal, or if you are keeping out the subsidiary books, then you have to record that transactions in a subsidiary books. Okay, now what? Again, after that you have to find out the balance. First of all, posting. The next chapter, posting to ledger. This is the next process. We have to here close the, first of all, posting it to ledger. All the journal entries or all the subsidiary books must be recorded to particular account. See here, this is the journal entry or this is the subsidiary books. We are just recording the transactions in that. Now, particular account, that means cash book, that means our particular account. So we are recording that cash in the cash book. We are recording whatever the transactions are there. That is our cash book or cash account, bank book or bank account. Now purchase book means what? We have to prepare a purchase account for that. From the purchase book, we have to prepare a one purchase account, and that is called a posting to the ledger. All the accounts, ledger means what? All the accounts. So here, whenever all the entries are recorded here in journal proper or subsidiary books, now we are recording to particular account. Here in journal, what is, see, these type of transactions are there, capital account, debit to drawing account. And in the journal proper and in the subsidiary books, all the these type of transactions we are recorded. But now in the posting to ledger, what we have to do? Capital account, different, separate capital account is there, separate drawings account is there, separate Akash account is there, separate Dharti account is there. Now we have to record each and every transactions to that particular account. Cash account, bank account, Dharti account, Akash account, capital account, drawing account, different types of different accounts. Separate accounts we have to prepare in a ledger, and we have to make a posting for that. We are doing that in our next chapter, that is our chapter number 9, posting to the ledger. This is our next chapter. Okay, so we will discuss later on in the detail for this chapter. Now what? After posting to the ledger, we have to find out the balance, closing balance. Closing balance, if we are finding out, then we have to close it. First of all, we have to find out the closing balance of each and every account, and then we have to close it, and it transferred to trial balance. This one is the transfer to trial balance. All the closing balance is transferred to trial balance, and after that trial balance, we have to record it into the final accounts. And in that final accounts, 3 accounts are there. First, trading account. Second, profit and loss account. And the third, balance sheet. Here we have to record all the closing transactions directly to trading, profit loss and balance sheet. See, directly balance is given here. Closing balance is given here. Directly we have to close it and record it to trading, profit loss or balance sheet. Okay, so here the point is given that all the incomes, all the expenses, all the goods, etc. are closed and transferred to trading and profit and loss account. These entries for closing various accounts are known as a closing entries. Okay, all the types of closing entries are recorded in the journal proper. We have to record all these types of transactions in the journal proper. For example, see all the examples is given here. At the end of the year, the balance of purchase account. See, purchase account, sales account. What is trading account? First of all, in the trading account, day-to-day trading we have to record. Just day-to-day trading. What means of that? Day-to-day trading means what? Purchasing and purchasing any goods, then that we have to record in the trading account. If I am selling some goods, then that is recorded to trading account. If I am returning, purchase return is there. If I am return the sales goods, okay. So purchase return and sales return also recorded in trading account. As well as now in the expenses portion, only the purchase related expenses, only the purchase related expenses is recorded to trading account. Okay, see that here. First of all, make a list. which account we have to record it to trading account. Write down in your fair book heading accounts that should be recorded to trading account, or transfer account transferred to trading account. Name of the accounts transferred to trading account. First one, purchase account. Write down these in your example book. Okay. Name of the accounts transferred to purchase trading account. First, purchase account. Second, purchase return account. Third, sales account. Fourth, sales return account. Fifth, opening stock account. Sixth, closing stock account. Seventh, all types of purchase related expenses. All types of purchase related expenses. Say for example, under that write down, say for example, wages, freight, carriage inward, etc. Wages, freight, carriage inward, etc. All this is all purchase related expenses. Okay. Purchase or production related expenses, we have to transfer it at the end of the year to trading account. All the remaining, now see, all the remaining income and expense account, only income and expense account recorded to or transferred to profit and loss account. All the remaining income as well as expense account is transfer or close at the end of the year, close, and after that transfer to profit and loss account. Please write down that also. All the remaining incomes and expense accounts, in the expense, purchase related expense recorded to trading account. So purchase related expense never recorded to here in the trading profit and loss account. Now the remaining all the expenses, that is sales related expenses, yes, sales related expenses must be recorded to profit and loss account. It is not recorded to trading account. Okay, so sales related expenses, financial expenses, or any other expenses, administrative or any other expenses, we have to record it to profit and loss account. And all other income other than sales, all the income other than sales, we have to record it to profit and loss account. Okay, so here all other incomes as well as all other expenses must be transferred to profit and loss account in the closing entries. Okay, so I hope you written that in your example book. Now example is given. For the example, at the end of the year the balance of the purchase account is 75,000. Purchase, see, we have to transfer it where? See in the book, whatever we are writing out, that purchase is transferred to trading account. Now second balance is sales account, 85,000. That is also transferred to trading account, because purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return, all four transactions must be at the end of the year transferred to trading account. So purchase account balance is 75,000, sales account balance is 85,000, must be transferred to trading account. Now next, carriage inward. Again, carriage inward is purchase related expenses. That's why it is also transferred to trading account. Next, balance of salary, other expense. It is administrative expense. So that expense must be recorded to profit and loss account. All other expenses which are not purchase related expenses must be transferred at the end of the year to profit and loss account. And the balance of the dividend, that is income. Dividend account is our income, salary is our expense, all other income and as well as all other expenses must be transferred to profit and loss account at the end of the year. Okay, so here all the 5 accounts is given and we have to make a journal entry regarding that. So I am doing that on the board. See that. See, first account is purchase account. See, purchase account has which balance? Always purchase account is debited. Yes, so it says a debit balance. And if I want to close it, then what? Then I have to make the reverse entry of that purchase account. So I have to credited purchase account, and at the end of the year, this is purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return, all the expenses regarding purchases, purchase related expenses, that must be transferred to which account? Trading account. Okay, so here debited trading, purchase account has a debit balance, so we have to credit it, and now the remaining account is what? That is trading account. So the entry for transferring this is trading account, or you can say closing balance. If we want to transfer, we want to make a closing entries of purchase account, then trading account debit to purchase account. This is the entry. See, the purchase account has which balance? Debit. So I have to credit it to make the closing entry. If I want to make a closing entry for the purchase account, then which balance it has? First of all, I have to decide it. Purchase account has always debit balance. That's why in the closing entry we have to credit it. And which account is debited? So now the remaining account is trading account. Always at the end of the year, purchase, sales, purchase return and sales return must be transferred to trading account. So here whatever the balance is there, the rule is there, whatever the balance is there, first of all make the reverse, and the remaining side is trading account. Okay, amount is 75,000, purchase balance is 75,000. So here the entry is 75,000, 75,000. B. Being purchase account closed by rupees 75,000 and transferred to trading account. Being purchase account of rupees 75,000 or closed by 75,000 and transferred to trading account. Okay. Now the second is sales account. Which balance sales has? Always credit balance, because sales is always credited. So if I want to close it, then what? I have to debit it, reverse. So the entry for that is sales account debit. With 85,000 rupees is the balance. And it is transferred to what? always trading account, because purchase, sales return and purchase related expenses must be transferred to trading account at the end of the year. So here to trading account. Nothing else, very easy, but we have to make sure which account is given and which account has which balance is there. Just we have to reverse it, nothing else, and transfer to trading or profit and loss account. That is the closing entries. Okay, so here sales account. Now the next one is carriage. First of all, being narration, being sales account of rupees 85,000. Being sales account of rupees 85,000, closed by 85,000, being sales account closed by rupees 85,000 and transfer to trading account. Being sales account closed by rupees 85,000 and transfer to trading account. Okay. Now the next, third point. Third account is carriage inward account. That is also purchase related expense, and expense has always debit balance. Carriage inward is our expense of the business. All expenses account is debited. Okay, so here I have to close it, but this is purchase related expenses. All types of purchase related expenses transferred to trading account, and all the remaining expense as well as incomes transferred to profit and loss account in the closing entries. Okay, so here this one is the purchase related expenses. I already given you the example: carriage inward, wages, freight, all types of expenses are called purchase related expenses, or you can say production related expenses also. In a factory, if you are make any production in a factory, then factory related expenses, so factory electricity bill or factory depreciation, all types of these expenses also debited or close to trading account. Okay, transfer it to closing account, because all this is purchase and production related expenses must be transferred to trading account, and all other expenses, administrative, selling, distribution, financial expenses and all other remaining expenses must be transferred to profit and loss account. Okay, so carriage inward is our expense now, and it has a debit balance, so I have to make the cross or reverse entry. That means I have to credit it. And which account is debited now? Trading, always, because it's a purchase related expenses, that's why trading account is debited. The amount carriage inward balance is 22,000. Carriage inward account 2,000. Transaction trading account debit to carriage inward account. Being carriage inward of rupees 2,000 transferred to trading account. Carriage inward of rupees 2,000 transfer, that is our expenses, that's why purchase related expenses, that's why transfer to trading account. Okay, now what? Balance of salary account. Again, fourth account is salary account. Salary account has which balance? Again, it our expenses, that's why debit balance. All the expenses must be debited, all the incomes must be credited. Salary is our expense, and that's why it has a debit balance. Now it is not a purchase related expenses, it's a administrative expenses, and that's why it is not transferred to trading account, it is transferred to profit and loss account. all the administrative expenses, all or the expenses which are not purchase related must be recorded to profit and loss account. So here again I have to credit it because I want to close the salary account, and salary account has a debit balance. That's why I have to credit it. Now which account I have to debit first? Profit and loss account. Profit and loss account debit to salary account. Balance is, salary account balance is 20,000. So 20,000 must be transferred to profit and loss account because it's not a purchase related expenses, it's other expenses. It is administrative expenses and expenses, that's why it's a debit balance. Now I have to credit it and debit to what? To profit and loss account. At the end of the year, if the salary account has a closing balance of rupees 20,000, then it will be transferred to profit and loss account in the closing entry. Okay, write down the being salary account of rupees 20,000 transferred to profit and loss account, being salary account of rupees 20,000 closed and transferred to profit and loss account. Okay, so now the next one is the dividend. That is our income. And income has a credit balance always. Dividend is our income and income has a credit balance, and if the balance of dividend account is there, we have to what? We have to close it, and that's why we have to make a reverse entry. That's why if dividend has a credit balance, we have to debit it and we have to credit which account? It is other income other than sales income. That's why it is credited to profit and loss account. At the end of the year or in the closing entry, we have to first know the balance of the account and we have to make reverse it and transfer to trading or profit and loss account. Here it is not a purchase related, sales related, it is other expenses, other income. Dividend is other income and that's why it is credited to profit and loss account. So here that dividend account debit to profit and loss account. The balance of dividend is 3,000. Narration being dividend received account. See the word dividend received. Account of rupees 3,000 closed. Being dividend received, account of rupees 3,000 closed and transferred to profit and loss account. These are the closing entries and it's important because here see it will ask in 2 to 3 marks. All the closing entries regarding these all the accounts we have to record it to trading or profit and loss account at the end of the year, which only the account which is a nominal account. All the nominal account must be closed at the end of the year. See all the permanent account. See if real account or if it is say personal account, it is not recorded in the trading or profit and loss account. All types of income as well as all types of expenses regarding trading and business, it is recorded to trading and profit and loss account. See Ramesh account, Naresh account, that is debtors or creditors account, never close. Okay, it is carried forward to the next year. So all types of real account as well as all types of personal account never recorded to trading or profit and loss account at the end of the year, because it is never closed. Only account are closed is which one? That is nominal accounts. All incomes as well as all the expenses must be closed, and here it is transferred to trading and profit and loss account. Okay, or otherwise any income or expenses is there. In the other words, I want to say that any incomes or any expenses is there during the year, we have to close it and transfer it to trading and profit and loss account at the end of the year. But all the real as well as personal account never close. It is only carry forward to the next year and it is recorded to balance sheet. No closing entry regarding personal account as well as real account. No closing entry regarding personal account as well as real account. Okay, only the closing entry of nominal accounts. Okay, we have to transfer it to trading or profit and loss account. Okay, so these are the entries. And the details, see the last line, that the detailed explanation of such closing entry is given in the chapter of final accounts, that is in the second part. Okay, your fifth chapter is your final account and it is most important chapter. See, in the first part, the fourth chapter, journal entries, and in the second part, the fifth chapter, that is final account, are most important, and it contains minimum 15 marks. See, minimum 15 marks of final account sum is there. So we have to see in detail all these types of transactions, right, in that particular chapter. Okay, so just we have to concentrate in a short sum, that is, if you want to close these types of accounts, closing entries of these account, nominal accounts, we have to record like this closing entry. This is the closing entry. Okay, see now, again some closing entries is given in the exercise. I am just discussing it with you. You have to do it in your homework, but I am just discussing about that. See, question number 9, last question of the exercise. See that first. Pass journal entries for the closing of the following account. See, the accounts is given. See, different 9 accounts is given in that question, and we have to make a closing entry like this in the answer. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to just make a closing entry. For that, what we need, first we need which balance is there, which account has which balance. And now here it is trading related expenses or trading account, purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return, and all the trading related expenses must be transferred to trading account, and all the remaining income or expenses must be transferred to profit and loss account. We have to apply this rule to 9 accounts. Now, right now, I am just discussing about you. I am not writing here. You have to write in your exercise book. See, you have to write this one in your example book, right? But this exercise, question number 9, you have to write down in your exercise book. So, I am just discussing about it. First, interest expense, purchase related expense or not. First of all, expense. That's why, which balance? Expense. That's why debit balance. Always, all expenses must be debited, nominal account rule, and all incomes must be credited. That is the rule of nominal account. Here, expense, what is there? And interest expense. Interest is purchase related expense? No. Interest is other expense. Okay, it's a financial expense. It is called a financial expense, and that is must be transferred to which? Trading and profit and loss account. Trading, not trading account, it's transferred to profit and loss account. It is not purchase related expense, it's a financial expense, and that's why it is transferred to profit and loss account. And expense has which balance? Debit balance. So we have to credit it. So the entry for this is profit and loss account debit 1000 to interest expense account 1000. Profit and loss account debit to interest expense account 1000, because interest expense is a debit balance. Now we have to credit it and debit to profit and loss account. Okay, it's transfer. See, write down the journal entry. Profit and loss account debit to interest expense account being interest expense account of rupees 1000 closed and transferred to profit and loss account. Interest expense of rupees 1000 closed and transferred to profit and loss account. Now the second one, sales return account. See, I am just writing a working note for you. Which account has which balance, just I am writing out that, nothing else. You have to make the entries, these entries. First is interest expense. And it's a debit balance transferred to P&L account. Profit and loss, in short P&L account. Now the second one is sales return. See, sales has a debit balance, so sales return always credit balance. Which balance you have to know first. Purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return, all transferred to trading account. So write down here, transfer to trading account. So what is the entry here? See, this account has a credit balance, so we have to debit it. To close account, we have to debit it. So sales return account debit. Write down the entry. Sales return account debit to trading account. Sales return account debit to trading account. Right? Sorry, I'm wrong here. Sales has a credit balance. So sales return compulsory a debit balance. Sales has a credit balance. So sales return compulsory as a debit balance. Now what? What is the entry? Please remove that entry. Again, write down. Trading account debit to sales return account. Sales return as a debit balance. If sales has a credit balance, then sales return reverse balance, that is debit balance, and we have to reverse it to close the sales return account. That's why credited to sales return account. That's why it is debited to trading account. So write down trading account debit to sales return account. Third, purchase return account. Purchase return, purchase as a debit balance, so purchase return as a credit balance. And it is also transferred to trading account. So purchase return credit balance, that's why debited. Please write down purchase return account debit, purchase return account debit to trading account, purchase return account debit to trading account. Next, fourth, interest received account. Interest received as which balance? Interest received is a income, and that's why it's a credit balance, and it's not a purchase or sales related income, it's other income, that's why it is transferred to profit and loss account. Interest received is our other income, and income has always credit balance. Now we have to close it, that's why we have to debit it. So write down that interest received account debit, credit balance is that, so we have to debit it. Interest received account debit to profit and loss account. Interest received account debit to profit and loss account. Please write down the narration. Being interest received account close, interest received account of rupees 8,800 close and transfer to profit and loss account. If you are not writing any narrations in these two transactions, please write down that fast, because without narration your answer must be wrong. You will not get full marks. Okay, so please write down the narration in your exercise book for these transactions, all the transactions. Now the fifth one. Fifth account is advertisement expense account, and all expense is as debit balance. So advertisement expense is also not purchase related, it's a sales related expense. If purchase related expenses, then and then we have to record it to trading account. Sales related, financial or administrative or any other expenses. Okay, so you can say only purchase related expenses must be recorded to trading and profit and loss account. Any other expenses which are not purchase related or production related must be transferred to profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. So expenses as a debit balance, so we have to credit it. So write down the entry, profit and loss account debit, profit and loss account debit to trading account, to profit and loss account debit to advertisement expense account 1500, profit and loss account debit to advertisement expense account 1500. Okay, so now being or narration, being advertisement expense of rupees 1500 close and transfer to profit and loss account. Now the next is salary account. Salary is our expense, that's why again debit balance. And also it is not a purchase related expenses, it's administrative expenses, that's why it is transferred to profit and loss account. So write down the journal entry. Profit and loss account debit. Profit and loss account debit. To salary account. 4,000. Profit and loss account debit to salary account. 4,000. Being salary account of rupees 4,000 closed. Being salary account of rupees 4,000 closed and transferred to profit and loss account. So here different types of accounts is given and we have to record it at where we have to record trading or profit and loss account closing entries. We are doing that right now. Next point is dividend received. It is also received, that's why it is also our income. And income is credited. Okay, income has a credit balance. So 7th, dividend received account and it says a credit balance. And it is not a purchase or sales related, that's why it is transferred to profit and loss account. It's transferred to profit and loss account. So the entry, see here it's a credit balance, so we have to debit it. Dividend received account debit. Dividend received account debit to profit and loss account. Dividend received account debit to profit and loss account being dividend received of rupees 700, dividend received account of rupees 700 closed and transferred to profit and loss account. And transferred to profit and loss account. Next, purchase account. Again, it's our expenses, that's why debit balance, and it is purchase, that's why it is transferred to trading account. This one. Entry for this amount is 5,000. So the entry is trading account debit. 8th entry, trading account debit to purchase account. Amount is 5,000. Trading account debit 5,000 to purchase account 5,000. Narration being purchase account closed by rupees 5,000. Purchase account closed by rupees 5,000 and transferred to trading account. And transferred to trading account. 8th entry is over. See, we are doing your exercise sums. I am just saying the entries and I hope you are writing out in your exercise book. This is the working notes. which account has which balance, and to which account we have to transfer it. I am writing out the working note, and you have to write the journal entry, right, in your exercise book. These as well as these. And the last account is sales account. Very easy. Sales has a always credit balance, and it is, yes, trading related income. That's why it is transferred to trading account. Okay. Now see here, entry for that, please write down sales. So which account is debited? Trading account is debited? No, sales account is debited here because sales has a credit balance. That's why debited to sales account. Okay, so entry sales account debit, amount is 10,000. Sales account debit to trading account. Sales account debit 10,000 to trading account 10,000. Being narration, being sales account closed by rupees 10,000. Sales account closed by rupees 10,000 and transferred to trading account, and transferred to trading account. Okay, so here your exercise sum number 9, closing entries for all 9 accounts is completed here. See, you have to write down these in your exercise book, all the journal entries like this in your exercise book with narration. Okay, and here your topic of closing entry is over. We will discuss our next topic, that is adjustment entry, and the next topic rectification of errors in our next session. Okay, so here your homework is just you have to do exercise sum number 7 and 9 also. Exercise sum number 7 and 9 you have to do in your exercise book. See, I am not writing here. There is no any space for that. That's why you have to remember that exercise sum number 7 and 9 you have to do in your exercise book, and the adjustment entry and the rectification of errors we will discuss in our next session. As well as if you have any doubts in exercise sum number 4, 5, 6 and 7, because 9 we already did here. Okay, so if you have any doubts regarding 4, 5, 6 and 7, then that also we will discuss in our next session. So please ask me up to that, whatever you have any doubts is there. Okay, so here I am complete my lecture. So thank you class, have a nice day, bye bye.